What's going on, guys? It's CJ Gaming, and it's finally here. The Wild Hunter update for Scum dropped on the 2nd of November 2018, and what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go through and take a look at all the new features, and we're going to review them, show you some in-game footage, and yeah, without further ado, let's get straight into the update. So this is the patch notes on Scum's Steam page, and we're going to jump into the biggest update, personally, of the patch, which is the bows and arrows. So this is going to add a different element to the game for those that want to play it stealthily and hunt animals, hunt players. Then you do now have the options to use the bow. They take up one slot, which can be put in your holster, or if you can put them in your backpack, but you're not going to have a lot of space to fit anything else in. The recurve bow is the one on the right hand side, and that can be found upon the island. You cannot create this, so it can only be found during loot. And the improvised bow, which is the basic, very basic, which you can just craft from the get-go, is the one on the left hand side. The different types of arrows are listed below. You have your carbon and you have your wooden arrows. Now, on to the next thing, which is different types of headgear, so the primal crafting. So you now have the goat cap and the boar cap to go along with the bear cap. So I quite like this feature. It is going to, help other servers which are more RP based. So for example, people who have uniforms in their servers, you are now going to be able to have like kind of cannibals who are able to equip this and have like the kind of full animal skin headgear, which is a really nice touch. My personal favourite, which is so simple, yet it's actually so cool, is the spikes on the heads. So you can now actually put human heads and animal heads upon spikes. So again, focusing on the roleplay element for servers that are developing that roleplay and kind of KOS thing, they are able to probably put them outside their town or their base and just warn them that, yeah, we will kill you. Obviously, if you're going to walk past anybody and see like spikes on heads, you're not exactly going to be wondering if these guys are going to offer you a cup of tea and to play the guitar. Onwards to another cool little feature, which is quite gross but quite morbid at the same time. The ability to create a necklace made of human teeth. That is quite a weird update, but it's quite cool at the same time, as obviously focusing on that survival element. And you also now have the option to make human ears. I did not expect a human ears one. I could see the teeth necklace, it's pretty popular, but if you want to be that absolute psychopath upon your server, then go out, collect those ears and wear them around your neck. Onwards to one that caught me by surprise, literally. I did not expect this. So you're now able to take off censorship and you can walk along and let it all expose. You're able to customize the size of your phallus, as they have called it. When you're on your character creation screen, you can have it super realistic and go to the biggest possible size, which is its maximum at 8, or you can also go all the way down to 1 inch. So yeah, that was surprising. Obviously, if you're going to go all the way up, then just make sure that you don't slap anybody in the face with it, because that really isn't very polite. Onwards to the next update, which is our musical instruments. This is really cool, and I'm really surprised at the quality and obviously how simple they've made it, because they've actually added in obviously the notes for it as well. This is going to add a lot more elements to, again, servers that maybe want to do the RP side of things, the roleplay, and I've seen it in action, and it is pretty cool. And these can be found anywhere upon the island as well. Onwards to something that you might have already seen, as Erotics has been showcasing this on his YouTube, and this is a really cool thing that is available to the admins. So you can actually create a new character and you can become a drone and you can fly around the map and you can get all those cool shots that you've never been able to do before for your promo videos. And yeah, that is just going to be a nice cool little feature, and that will surely be used to provide a lot more intense videos. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting out and using this. One thing that I would say that I haven't confirmed yet is if you are able to switch between characters. So because you need to use a new character with the actual drone name, I am unsure if you're able to switch between the drone and your main character, because obviously you're not going to want to just fly around as a drone all the time, unless that is your thing, no offense, but you're going to want to be able to obviously play the game as a character as well. So I will drop a comment, and I will let you guys know once I've fully tested it out. And the next update is the simplifies Chinese. Nothing really that interests me that much. It's just another cool little thing that they've added. And if you've seen here, the underground part of the naval base is now finished. Something that I've still not been to is the naval base, because I was holding out for some transport, but I am going to be taking a little look over there and seeing exactly how it all is. Onwards to the balance changes. Now, Scum is all about survival, and up until now it has been really easy to get yourself looted and going on a kill spree or just whatever you want to play the game. So military loot respawn has been reduced by half. So that means that you're not going to just be able to walk into a bunker and find all those types of military gear like assault backpacks, M16s, AKs. You're going to have to look and work a little bit harder to get your gear. All loot upon the island has reduced by a quarter as well. You now no longer get any meat from puppets, and you don't get any more fat. They did obviously release the update before, which meant that meat could not be eaten anyway, but they've just decided to remove it to basically remove all confusion. All food gain from chopping puppets, animals and players is now reduced by half. Fame point gain from shooting sentries is 4 times lower, so for all you guys that like to camp the airfield and just shoot the sentries or whatever, you're now going to have to work a lot harder to gain fame points, which I totally agree with. Increased sugar gain on juices from 19 gram per 100, so that's good. Sugar was something that was quite hard to get in the game. Tearing out pages from diaries does not give fame points anymore, which I 100% agree with. And now something that we've all been confused about, which has been sodium levels. Sodium levels has been extremely frustrating. I don't know about you guys, but mine sits at 4,000, and I've been wondering how the hell I get my sodium levels down. So now when I log in on my 4,000 sodium levels, I'm probably going to have a heart attack, but at least I know how to get it down if I survive. Binoculars now take up 2x2 space in inventories, and all scopes, if you didn't know this already, I actually knew, you can use them as binoculars basically just by holding them in your hand and pressing right click. Bug fixes, so there's various bug fixes. I'm not going to go through all of them, I'm just going to go through some of the ones that really matter to me and the ones that are probably going to affect you guys most. So there was an event selection bug, which meant that you couldn't select any other event than D4, so that is now fixed. I have confirmed that in my own server and the guys were able to play fine. The camera would fly away if death occurred, so obviously if you were trying to see if the player was right beside you and he was coming over to loot you, then that has now been fixed. The sniper tower, or the lookout tower that was released in the last update, has now been fixed as well, so you are now able to actually climb that and use it. I have not been able to use these since they have came in, so I'm pretty happy that we can now use that content. And blueprints, so this was pretty annoying, especially when you were basically creating something and the blueprint would not disappear and somebody was just able to come along and they would know you were in that area and you would get caught out. So you can now destroy the blueprints, which is really good. And prisoner corpse was twitching and teleporting on death. I was really confused by this, and it probably created a lot of confusion on the hacker front. So I'm glad that that has now been fixed as well. Onwards to the admin commands. So you can now set fame points to everybody in the server who is online just by doing that simple command there, and that is something that you could probably use to do for events or just to periodically reward people just for being there and contributing to your server. The other thing is this was extremely frustrating, not being able to ban anybody if the player was offline. But you can now ban somebody, so hackers, whatever, you can now ban them, and you can set fame points when the player is offline. So that is something that, particularly for me and on the server that I run, is going to be extremely good. And the last thing here is optimizations and anti-cheat. So more client and server optimizations since they switched over to Unreal Engine 4.20, and further updates on their anti-cheat system. So overall, a good update. There's plenty of stuff in there, and there's plenty of stuff to sink your teeth into. The main disappointment is people were disappointed that transport wasn't integrated into the game. However, you've got to see it from the devs' point of view. If the transport is not ready, then they're not going to release it. You don't want them to release a car or whatever into the game and it's bugged, it doesn't work, because you're going to get more frustrated. People will start to moan even more that, you know, they're releasing something into the game and it doesn't work. So stick by the devs, they will get it to you guys. They know that transport is needed in the game, but at the moment, let's enjoy everything that they've given us so far, and that's basically just stick by them, continue to support them, and that way we can provide them with feedback, and they will always come true. They've been really good so far. So that's the update, guys. I'm going to switch on to some in-game footage, and you will see the bow and arrow, the new concealed phallus, and you guys will also get to see some of the musical instruments in action as well. So if you have enjoyed the video so far, then please remember and leave a thumbs up. If you've not done so, subscribe to the channel. We will bring you everything on the channel to do with Scum and any future updates. And also, just a quick word to mention, if you're looking for a server to play on, then please check out my official server in the description of this video. It is a gang RP KOS server, so it caters for a balance of people who like to roleplay and people who also like PvP, and it has a completely different element to this server other than just your normal run-of-the-mill stuff. It's something to keep everybody interested in the early stages, and I would appreciate it if you guys could check it out. And it's a friendly community with over 330 members. We've got 50 slots. We regularly hit max, so check it out and let me know what you think in the comments. So guys, we are going to be showing you the in-game footage of all the new stuff that we have managed to find so far. So I'm going to show you guys the first thing, that is the bow and arrow. And as I was actually doing this clip, I could hear somebody creeping around at the side of me on the airfield. So this was totally unscripted. It was just as I was crafting this, I just kept hearing something on the side, and when you're at the airfield you always know that somebody is going to be right beside you. So I decided once I'd crafted this just to have a little peek round the corner, because I was so sure that somebody was there. And right enough, as I went round here, I seen somebody peeking right beside me, and that was not planned, but you know, that's a free 41 fame points. So I am sorry, Colin, I did not know that that was you, but yeah, don't creep up on me, speak to me in game and that won't happen. So onwards to the bow and arrow. So we are just crafting the basic bow in this game. All you need is basically one rope and some sticks and your knife to craft this, and then we're going to go on and craft one of the arrows, and I'll show you guys exactly how to use the bow. It's pretty simple. I'm also going to show you guys exactly how to load the arrow. It looks as if the arrows stack up in 5, so they don't take up too much slots. They only take up a free slot in your backpack, so you can just get rid of a melee weapon like I was carrying, the bat, and you can just drop them in, and it is as easy as that. And all you need to do in order to use it is you just hold down as if you were going to fire, just like in anything else, and just pop it off. As you see there, nice and simple. I'll show you guys exactly what it looks like when you go on to use it on a puppet. Now, if you're using it on a puppet, especially the basic bow, you have to bear in mind here that especially the fat puppets, these are not going to pop these guys down with one shot. They are basic bows, so if you're looking to one-shot puppets, I suggest getting your skill level up, and you also go on to find one of the recurve bows that you can find around the island. This is the shot there. As you can see, you probably wouldn't even know that you actually shot them. Another little cool feature that they've added is if you run over a puppet, it actually kicks them along the ground. So that in itself is a nice little feature, because before you could just literally run over them and it was as if you had never touched them. So we're going to chop this puppet up, and I'm going to show you guys exactly how you will get your human teeth and your human ears in order to make your necklace. It's nice and simple. You just cut up a puppet, and then you're going to need to chop the head. So just hold down F and cut in, and you'll see there that you can cut out teeth and cut out ears. And as I was doing this, one of the other admins was actually using the drone. They were testing it out, and he was just basically spying on me. So that's exactly how you get the human ears and the human teeth in order to make the necklaces. And as you see there, it is in your crafting options. Onwards to the weirdest bit of the update, which is the phallus. So in order to make sure that you can actually see everything, because I mean, why would you want to conceal it, right? You just basically tab out, go into your options, and then make sure that you take off concealed mode, and you'll see me here dump all the gear on the ground. You'll notice that the supporters t-shirt is now no longer there, because they've made it so that you don't have any underwear at all. And just take a dump or a poo on the ground, and you'll see here that I'm obviously packing. He really is hanging low there. It's quite the sight. You'll obviously be able to customize this as you see fit. If you want to be an absolute Adonis, then you know, add all your points onto inches, and if you just want to be micro, then you know, you just rock out. And that is the strangest update, but something that I see a lot of people just streaking through zones, and yeah, that's all I can really say on that. I don't really know what else anybody would like to add to that. It is what it is. Cock and balls. And now we'll end this this clip here with some lovely, amazing musical instrumentation from the guitar and the harmonica. Perfect harmony. So as always, if you have liked this video, guys, please leave a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel, or if you've been watching for a while and you keep coming back and you've not subbed, then why not drop a sub? We're going to be doing our giveaway once we hit 700 subscribers. We will be giving away a copy of Scum, and if you guys would like to be in with a chance to win that, please make sure that you support the channel. So that is all for this update, guys. As I find more stuff, I will be bringing out more videos, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.